Good morning everyone, it's Saturday the 28th of May and welcome to another one of Alan's angling adventures. And as you can see, I'm not actually on the bank, I'm indoors at home. And what I thought I'd do, well, where I'm going to be fishing is West Town Farm Pond. That's on Tuesday, so in a few days time that's where I'll be fishing because I'm off work next week. But why I'm doing it here, the introduction here, is simply because it's such a small pond and the pegs are pretty close together. There's only about 6 pegs there and you're pretty close together, and I don't want to make too much noise if there's other anglers there. You know, they might be too happy with me if I'm talking, you know, and that, you know, so that's why I'm doing the introduction here. But I might be absolutely fine. I might get there and find there's nobody there, or there's only one angler there and there's no problem. But if there's other blokes fishing there, I'm going to have to keep my voice down a bit. Obviously I'll film it and you know what I normally do, but just have to be a bit quieter. So I thought I'd do the introduction here, let you know how I'm going to be fishing and stuff, and yeah. So basically I'm going Tuesday. Today's Saturday, I'm going Tuesday. I'm going to go there just to try and catch a tench before the close season finishes, and then we're back on the rivers again, which won't be long. I'm going to go there for a tench or Crucian carp or whatever really, but that's my main quarry, a tench. I'm going to be taking 2 rods. I'm going to be waggler fishing on my main rod, and I'm going to be taking another rod with me, which I had a little clear out in my shed the other day of all my fishing stuff, and I found a rod that I don't even think I've used before. I bought it, I don't even remember when I bought it, years ago. Still in its rod bag. It's only a 7-foot rod, but it's a good little feeder rod, and I'm gonna give it a go. Try that. It's a fighter. When I go there, I'll show you exactly what it is. It's only a 7-foot feeder rod. It's got quite a powerful tip to it, so I'm not sure, you know, whether it's sensitive enough, but I'm going to take it anyway. I'm going to use it as a sleeper rod. Just put it out there on a feeder or something like that, a ground bait feeder, small ground bait feeder, and the other rod will be on the waggler, and we'll see how it goes. Bait wise, I'm going to be taking 4 baits. I'm going to be taking sweet corn, red maggots, bread and luncheon meat. They're the 4 baits I'm going to be taking with me. I'll just take a few slices of bread, see how we get on with that. So I've got 4 different options. So hopefully I can catch something. If you remember the last time I went there, which was in the close season about a year ago, I blanked, but I went up there in April and it was cold. It was quite chilly. I'm quite hopeful this time. We're at the end of May now and the temperatures have been, you know, not bad at all really, not too bad. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can catch a tench or something, or maybe a Crucian carp. So we'll see how it goes. So I really do look forward to it because I haven't been for, it must be about a couple of months now since the last time I went fishing. And I also said on the last video, very quickly, that I done a bit of exploring over the Easter period. I went to 3 or 4 different places to have a good look round, and it was really interesting. One of the places I went to was the Chess Stream, and I must admit I was really impressed with that, really excited about it, and I can't wait to fish there either. That's going to be one place I'm going to be going, the Chess Stream, which is another tributary of the River Ada. So there's 2 tributaries of the River Ada that I know of that's under the Henfield Angling Society. You've got the Honeybridge Stream, where I normally go, and then you've got the Chess Stream, which I've never fished before. So I had a really good look round. I spent nearly all day up there actually. I cycled up there, took flasks of tea, took something to eat, sat down on the bank and had a really good look round. And I really, you know, it was good. So I'll definitely be going there. It's a little bit of a walk from the main road, because the trouble with it there is, by the main, it's a bit hard to explain to you if you don't know the place. It's right by the main road, but you can't get to it from the main road because the bushes, the hedgerows, are too high to get over. There's no access. Well, I couldn't see any anyway. So I had to go up this side road, and then I had to ask someone if they knew how to get down there to it. And this chap sort of guided me. I asked somebody else as well on the way there. And I basically had to walk through some woodland and across some fields to get to it. Well, that was all right going there, but then on the way back I had to try and remember how I got there in the first place, which I did actually. I've done it really well. So, but it's a little bit of a walk, but I enjoyed it. So anyway, that's one place I should certainly be exploring. There's a lot, several different places on there where you can fish. So I look forward to that. But you've got to bear in mind also that at Easter time, on the rivers and that, it looks a lot different. When you start fishing in the middle of June, you've got all the stinging nettles and bushes and reeds and that growing back up, so you might have to cut your way through to some swims. But anyway, that was one place I went to. I went to Mock Bridge, and I went much further up on both sides of the bank, and my God, some brilliant places up there, brilliant looking places up there. I should certainly be going there. That's a bit further up from where I fished before, on both sides of the bank. Where else did I go? I went to New Inn and Streatham. On that stretch I had another good look round up there, and there's some good swims there I want to fish. And where was the other? Oh, I know the other place I went to, the Honeybridge stream, the other tributary where I fish, where I go for these chub. I decided to walk further up, and I must admit it does look good further up. Hang on a minute, I've got something coming up, pops up on my screen. Get rid of that. Bear with me a minute. There we are. And I walked further up on the Honeybridge stream, and there's some really much better places up there further up, but I don't know if you can fish them or not, simply because I've got an old map from Henfield Angling Society which shows you, it's got the dotted lines on it, and it shows that you can fish further up than where I've been fishing. But on the new map it shows you can only fish as far as the first bridge. And I've emailed a couple of people on Henfield Angling Society about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Neither of them have replied, just to sort of find out whether you can fish further up or whether it's up to the first bridge, because I've got 2 maps here which show are contradicting. They both show different areas you can fish. So I just wanted to know, but nobody said, so I better play safe, I suppose, and just fish where I have been fishing, which is a shame really, because I had a good walk up there and oh my God, flipping hell, I was dribbling with excitement. I tell you, some of the places up further really do look really good. There's several spots up there, but I don't know whether you can fish them or not, so until somebody could let me know whether you can, I would say you probably can't. If it shows it as far as the first bridge, these were further on than the first bridge, but as I say, on one of my books it clearly shows that you can. But anyway, I've got enough places to fish now, enough different places to have a go at, so I look forward to that. That's what I've been doing. So enough of me waffling on. I'm going to be fishing on Tuesday, hopefully, weather permitting, and it looks quite good because I'm off work next week, with 4 different baits, 2 rods, as I say, on the waggler, and see if we can pick up a tench. So I look forward to seeing you, and I'll be there. Well, I'll see you in a minute. With technology, it won't take me long to get there. So I'll see you in a minute. Bye for now.
Well, as if by magic, here I am on the bank at West Elm Farm Pond. It's Thursday the 2nd of June, and welcome to another one of Alan's angling adventures. First one for some time now, not far short of 3 months actually, and I'm raring to go. I'm up here today to try and catch a tench. That's what my aim is. I fished this in the close season, last close season that we had, and I blanked. But that was in, I think it was April. This is early June now, and it's much better. It's warmer, and I've already seen tench bubbles. around the pond. I'll give you a good look at it in a minute. Took me about 2 hours, well exactly 2 hours to ride here this morning. At the moment there's no one else here, but as I speak there's somebody just turning up now. I don't know if they're fishing or not, so I might have to keep my voice down later on in the session if people do turn up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get all my gear set up, ready to go, and I'll get back to you. So basically, as I said in the at the beginning of the video, I'm using 2 rods, one on the waggler and a sleeper rod on the feeder, which I just put out there and leave out there every half an hour. All the baits I said I'm using, I've got sweet corn, maggots, bread and luncheon meat, and that's it really. And I'll run you through, I'll show you what rod I'm using when I'm all set up. I've got to set everything up today, I haven't set up at all, so that's the plan of action. I'll give you a shot of what it looks like. That's what we've got. Now my idea is this, I'm in the same swim as I fished before. In fact, this is the only swim I've ever fished up here. There's only about six swims you can fish. I'm going to be waggler fishing just to the left of those lily pads or around there, and then I'm going to put the feeder rod just to the right hand side of those lily pads out there and just keep it going in the same spot every time. That's the plan anyway. So I've seen some fish, 1 or 2 bubbles and stuff, so there's definitely fish out there. Let's see how we get on, and I'll get back to you when I'm all set up and ready to fish. See you soon. Rod wise, for the waggler I'm just using my Omni match rod, which is 10 foot. Now this rod, I even forgot that I had it. It's show it to you in a minute. It's a 7 foot fighter multi-picker. I bought it several years ago and I have never used it, so I thought why not try it today and see how it goes. The only problem is it's well, it doesn't matter too much during the daylight hours. It's a dark tip, it's a black tip. I like a nice light tip if I can, but yeah, it's only 7 foot, perfect for this, and it's a strong rod as well. Yeah, it's a fighter multi-picker, so we'll see how we get on with it. Right, as I say, it's going to take me a little while to set up. I think somebody might just have turned up over the other side there, I'm not sure. But anyway, as I say, if anyone does fish round here, I'll have to keep my voice down a bit, but obviously I'll still be able to show you if anything's caught. So right, let's get sorted out, and I'll get back to you in a minute. On the feeder rod, basically what I've got, I'll show you. It's my usual setup actually, very flexible. Couple of line stops, big gripper stops, and then a small Drennan, a very small Drennan feeder on a swivel, and I can change that. I can change that at any time if I need to. I'm fishing 6-pound main line right the way through, size 14 hook. That's what the setup is on this one. Now I've got that one ready, and I'm just about to set up my float rod now, so I'll get back to you when I've got that set up. Right, we're all ready to start fishing. I've got both rods set up. I'm just going to ping a few maggots out there. Just to let you know, ground bait wise, you're not really supposed to use too much ground bait, I don't think, up there, which I'm not going to. I've only got a really tiny feeder. I'm not going to be putting any balls of ground bait in. I'm just going to loose feed, just a few maggots now and again, nothing else. Ground bait wise, I have got Starmer baits, and this is lip mussel, which I've heard is very good tench bait, ground bait. So I'm going to be using it for the first time today in the feeder, and we'll see how we get on with that. Lip mussel. Got quite a strong smell to it actually. Right, let's get a few maggots pinned out there. Can't wait to get started. I must admit, I'll be perfectly honest, I do feel confident today. But as you know with fishing, you never quite know how it's going to pan out, do you? But we shall see. Three maggots out there. And a few over the other side where the food is going to go. And I think we'll have a cup of tea in a minute before we get started. Should be enough. Don't want to overfeed it, which can be a problem that I do sometimes. You know, I put too much bait in and it kills the swim. So anyway, so I've got my red maggots, a pint of them. I'll give you another little tip that I thought of myself actually. I've got these maggots. I was going to come up here Tuesday fishing. I said on the introduction I was going to be fishing Tuesday. I got up early Tuesday morning and it was tipping it down, so I ended up not going Tuesday, and I thought, well, Wednesday they give heavy showers as well, Thursday they give dry, so I thought I'd come today, which is absolutely perfect, beautiful weather. So that's a bit of a change of plan. I've got my maggots Monday and I haven't got a fridge to keep them in, so they're in a cooler box in the shed with a couple of ice blocks and that. But I did find that they started trying to get out. But what I'd done, I got some to freshen them up a bit. I had some white crumb, and I put some white crumb in here, and it's absolutely brought them back to life brilliantly. Really has. So a little tip there: if your maggots are getting all sweaty in the box, and you ain't got nothing, you ain't got no sawdust or anything like that, a bit of white crumb if you've got it, and it works wonders, it really does. Right, anyway, enough of me waffling on. I'm going to have a cup of tea and then we're going to get fishing, so I'll see you. There's another chap fishing about to fish up here now. He's going to be fishing on the pole. Be interesting to see how he gets on. Nice chap, just had a bit of a chat with him. So I'm going to have a cup of tea and then I'm going to get out the feeder rod out. I've got some taps on there straight away. I've got three red maggots on there to start off with. Thing is, I don't want to be pestered too much by a lot of small stuff because I want to concentrate on the float. Certainly a lot brilliant of stuff. We're off the mark on the feeder with a rudd. Lovely stuff. It's on 3 red maggots. Right, it's a good start. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to change over to bread because I don't want to get pestered with small stuff on there. Yeah, when I'm really looking for a tench. So that's what we'll do. We'll put some bread on the feeder rod or some corn and see if we can pick up some bigger bread flake on the feeder rod now. Just going to leave that out there. I've just put a single red maggot on the float rod and just had a bite. Oh, we're in. It's only a small one. I think it's a perch. Yeah, it's a perch. Great stuff. It's a perch. Yeah, it is a perch. Only a small one, but most welcome. There we go, look, the West Town Farm perch. Great stuff. So that's a rudd and a perch up to now. Great stuff. Oh, it's two different species. I'm enjoying this. Drip with tea. So I'm not expecting too much to happen on this feeder rod. See if I can get a angle. Yeah, so the fish seem to be coming on single red maggot. I put double red maggot on just now and I didn't have a sniff. That's great to be fishing again, without any doubt. Yes, and again. Again, only small, but I'm not going to complain of that. Great stuff. It's another perch. Go. There we are. Lovely, great stuff. That's two rudd and a there we go. Great stuff. Two perch and a rudd. That's it, pose for the camera. Right. Oh. Right. I'm really enjoying this. Plenty of fish out there. Let's keep that. Certainly is great to be fishing again. It won't be long now before the river's open again. Look forward to that. I've got a lot of plans for the river next season. Different places I want to fish. Some really interesting looking places. Of course you can hear the sound of the main road here, which is just over the back there. Now, so two perch and a rudd up to now. I wonder if we can get a tench or a Crucian. Conditions are certainly right for it. I suppose I'm fishing about 3 feet, at the most 3 foot, probably about 2.5 to 3 foot. It's not very deep there, but it gets a lot deeper out in the middle. I've got corn on the feeder rod now. Swapping it about a bit. Well, we're in again. Oh, I've lost it. Look, you know, that's two I've lost now. Look like a rudd. Certainly plenty of action out there. All on single red maggot at the moment. Oh, this feels better. See, I'm losing a few. That definitely felt better. There's definitely some fish down there, I tell you. I do find when you haven't been fishing for several weeks, quite a while, you feel a bit rusty, and that's how I feel a bit today. A little bit rusty. I need to... That was a bit bigger, that definitely was. And rod number 2. There we are, look. So it's 2 rod and 2 perch. All from the same spot, all on single maggot. Single red maggot. I'm really enjoying this. I think I might just have had a little tap on the sweet corn on the feeder rod. Well, perch number 3. Here we are. The thing is, I can't keep the camera on all the time. There's so much going on out there. Bites as soon as I put it out there that my battery would run. I'm here all day. I'm going to be here till, I might even stay until 5 o'clock today. I don't know yet. But anyway, perch number 3. And that's 3 perch and 2 rudd. So what I'm doing, I'm getting the fish feeding on the red maggots out there. And then I shall start using corn, or try corn, and see if there's any tench down there. Get the fish feeding first. We're certainly loving the red maggots. Right, so time-wise it's 10:30 now. I haven't had any more since the last one I had, which was about 20 minutes ago now. So I'm still on 3 perch and 2 rudd. I've lost a couple though, lost 2 or 3. The bites are just slowed down, quieting down a bit now. There might be something messing about a bit now. Strange, the bites I had when I first got there, you know, they were quite clear, but now they turn into very subtle. It's just going under very, very slowly and then coming up again and do it, you know. Definitely something there. I think it's on there. No, it's not. There we are. A little bit bigger this time. Great stuff. There's 4 perch and 2 rudd. The bites are becoming more subtle. They're not as obvious as they were when I first started. This is great stuff. Really enjoying this. It's quite warm though. I think I might take the jumper for a minute. Right, let's get back to it. Not interested in the corn one. It's all red maggots and it's single red maggot as well. No sign of a tench or a Crucian yet. There's a few bubbles coming up down there now as well. I'm using a size 14 hook. I was thinking about going down, scaling down to 16. I'm not sure yet, so I've lost a few. It's a beautiful little place up there. Just me and another chap fishing further round. I feel it's worth the 2-hour bike ride coming up there. You know, it's lovely. There's not many places where I live where you can catch a tench, but this is one of them. No monsters in here that I know of, but I think they go up to about 5. I'd be grateful for any tench, no matter the size. Seems to be the perch that are playing ball at the moment. Let's give you a shot at the pond, what it's like. I'm probably going to scale down to a 16 hook. I'm still getting plenty of bites, but I'm not hooking them for some reason. Yet at the beginning I was. A lovely little place. I was expecting the lily pads to be open over here now, but they're, you know, there's a whole clump of them over there. I've got some to my right here, which is where I'm fishing, just to the left of those. Right, as I speak. Float's just gone under then. Yeah, I think I'm going to change to a 16 and see if I can hook them a bit better. I was alright to begin with, but the bites are a lot shyer now. Maybe it's the heat, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to change to a 16 hook and see if that improves my catches. I'll see you in a moment. I've just scaled down to a size 16 hook and I've got a roach. First one of the session. So that's 4 perch, 2 rudd and a roach. Great stuff. So a mixed bag up to now. No tench or crucians yet though. Right. The most enjoyable day's fishing at the moment. Right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Nothing on the 3D yet. Apart from that one rudder I had this morning on maggots, but I've got sweet corn on there now. I'm just leaving it out there. Hello mate, alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, not too bad, yeah.
You wouldn't happen to be Alan, would you?
I am, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was me who commented on your YouTube video.
Oh, was it?
It was.
Oh, who are you?
I'm Phil.
You're Phil? Oh,
yeah.
Right. How you doing mate, alright?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
not
good,
bad.
good.
You had anything?
I've had perch, rudd and roach and small stuff, you know.
Alright.
But I'm really hoping for a tench, that's what I'm hoping for. A tench, that's what I've come up here for.
Yeah, that's good.
But I ain't had nothing at the moment, but anyway. Just nice to be catching, nice to be fishing again, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, like that. I'll head up over there.
Yeah, yeah.
See if I can make a fool of myself with a centre pin.
Yeah, well if you hear me talking to myself, mate, you know.
I know, no, that's fine.
Good luck, mate.
Cheers.
three of us up here fishing now. As I say, it has gone quieter. Still getting a few bites, but I just don't know when. But beautiful, beautiful day for fishing. So it's just nice to be back out on the bank again. If I can catch a Tench or Crucian, I'll be absolutely delighted. Those of you that watch my videos would have seen the last video I put up. Oh, hang on, we're in. Nothing quick, but most perfect. Another perch. Only a small one, but perch number 5. Here we are. Great stuff. Well, perch number 6 comes to the net. Biggest one so far. Had to wait quite a while for this. Great stuff. That's the biggest one so far. Perch number 6. Great stuff. It's hard work out there now though. It's I think we're changing to luncheon meat. But we'll see. We'll give it another few more goes on the red maggots and then I think I might change to luncheon meat. Well, we're in here. Not sure what it is yet. It looks like a nice rod. Oh, beautiful rod. Oh, best fish of the day so far. Keep still, mate. Look at this, a beautiful rod. Look at that. Absolutely cracking fish. A West Elm Farm Pond rod. Beautiful. Probably about half a pound. Might go a bit bigger than that. But certainly a nice fish. Beautiful, deep red fins. Great stuff. Best fish so far today. So what's that put me on? That puts me on 6 perch, 3 rods and a roach. So 10 fish up there now. Great stuff. Look. Great. Oh. Yeah, I've slightly changed my tactics a bit. What I'm doing now, I've gone to double red maggot. I've gone a bit deeper, a couple of inches deeper, and I'm fishing more or less in the middle of the lily pads, not on the outside of them. And I'm definitely getting a better stamp of fish. The last perch I had was a bigger one, and I've missed 2 or 3 decent bites as well in there. But, so I'm going to persevere with that. I've just opened a tin of luncheon meat, so I'm going to go with that in a minute as well. But I might give it a go now. Right, perch number 7 comes to the net, a bigger one. Definitely getting bigger, the fish, on double red maggot. This is right in the middle of the lily pads. Oh, it certainly is a perch day today, isn't it? Great stuff. Yeah. We're in here again. Nothing big. There's another perch. Perch number 8. So that's 8 perch, 3 rudd and a roach. And the other angler over the other side there, Phil, he's just caught something nice. I don't know what it is, but there we go. Well, Phil the angler has just kindly gave me some prawns. He's just had a tench of around, must be about £3, just over. Nice fish, lovely fish on prawn. So he's just gave me a few prawns to try, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick one on the feeder and we'll see how we go from there. So they are feeding. I haven't had any yet, but let's see. Never really tried prawns before, but I've heard they're a good tench bait. Definitely signs of tench bubbles and tench rolling out there now. Frozen prawn on the hook, on the float and the feeder. Well, the perch like the prawns as well. It took off, I thought it was a tench, but unfortunately it's another perch. I think this is perch, either number, I think it's number 9, I think. Perch number 9. Yeah. There we go. Oh, something on this now. Something had a go at it. Time wise it's about 1:15 now. Fish wise I've had 9 perch, about 9 perch, 3 rudd and a roach. Still no tench yet, but I've still got hope, so I'm going to stay here till, well, I might stay until about 5, something like that. We'll see how it goes. It is very, very hot. Now the bites really have gone off at the moment. It's gone very, very dead at the moment. For the last 45 minutes now, I haven't had a bite. A lot of debris falling on the water now, a lot of, I don't know what it is, off the trees, blossom and stuff, and leaves all up this end of the lake, up the pond. Just hoping they switch back on again this afternoon. It is hot. That one tench has been caught by the fill over the other side there. It was a nice one as well. I saw it quite went round there. I'm going to be a bit careful now because I've just used up my first battery and I've just put my second one in this camera. So once this one's used up, if I use this one up, then I'm going to have to go onto my other camera, which isn't half as good as this one. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful now. As you can see, that's the situation out here. It's about 1:30, 1:45 now. And at the moment, it has gone very, very quiet. Still, I'll get back to you if anything significant happens. Well, at last we've had a fish on the feeder on prawn. Now, look at this. It is a perch, but it's a mixture of 2 or 3 other sorts of fish. I think there's a little bit of golden tench in it there. Look, and a bit of rudd in it as well. So it looks like it's been mating with, well, its parents have been mating with several different fish. But it's a perch anyway, and that's perch number 10. So that's great. Right, it really is really hot here now. Really is steaming. But I'm going to keep persevering with the prawn on the feeder. At least we've caught something on it. But no tench at the moment. I'll keep you informed if anything else happens. Oh, by the way, we're on 10 perch, 3 rudd and a roach. I was just having a good chat with Phil, the other angler, who lent me his prawns. And perch number 11. Been waiting ages for a bite this time. Perch number 11, and that's on prawn. So 11 perch, 3 rudd and a roach. Well, time wise it's 2:10 now. Funnily enough, as I say, there's 2 other anglers here. They both had 1 tench each. One chap on the pole, and then the other chap on the float. So out the 3 of us, I'm the only one that ain't had one yet. But I should keep going, keep trying. Thoroughly enjoying it though, of the fish that I have caught. Especially that rudd I caught earlier. That was really nice fish, that. So I'm probably going to stay until around 5ish, but we'll see how it goes. The heat is really, this sun is really, really strong. And maybe it's that that's put them off a bit. I don't know. Well, it's about 4 o'clock now. It really has gone as dead as a dodo. So I haven't had nothing to eat yet, so I'm going to have a bite to eat. And I'll take it from there. Nobody's catching anything now. It's no matter what you put on the hook, they're not interested. Well, it's changed from the first few hours this morning. Yeah, right, I'll get back to you if anything happens. Right, it's about 3:20 now. Philip over there, he's just had his 2nd tench. A little bit smaller than the one he had earlier, but he's had 2 now. I still can't get one. In fact, I can't get nothing. It's just absolutely dead as a dodo. Nothing on maggots or anything at the moment. As I say, there's a lot of debris on the water now, a lot of leaves and what it is, all the particles and stuff, blossoms and everything, all in this one corner. We're going to stick it out to about 4 o'clock. If we ain't had nothing else, when it gets to then I might call it a day. Still on the 12 perch. I think it's 12, 11 or 12, I think it's 12. 3 rudd and a roach. Absolutely nothing. For about another 45 minutes. Yeah, as I say, I can't wait for the river season to start again. Where are we now? 2nd of June. So another couple of weeks time. And as I say, I've got a lot of places. Oh, he's in again over there. He's a boy, isn't he? If it's a Tench one this time, they're smaller anyway. Yeah, so I've got all my plans set, different places I'm going to go on the river. Done a lot of homework, been speaking to a few blokes, different people, anglers. So can't wait to get started. Places I haven't fished before on the river, which I really look forward to. Whether I'll catch anything or not, I don't know, but I've enjoyed today's session. It's been nice to get back out on the bank again. But it has been a bit, obviously, it has been a struggle these last few hours. Ever since about midday, really, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. But the first few hours this morning were quite good. It just shows you how it goes, doesn't it? You know, I mean, Philip's been pulling the very odd one out on prawn. And I had nothing over here since I had that perch, last perch. Looks like the perch that he's got there now, though. It's yeah, so was it perch, Phil?
Yeah, but he had a hook in him as well.
Oh, right. Oh. A perch that already had a hook in it. Yeah, so as I was saying, I've got a lot of places set up ready to go that I want to go to. I haven't fished before. Certainly quite a few sport for choice for chub. I really am, you know. So I've had a look on the chest string, it looks really good there. I should certainly give that a go for chub. I want to do some more stick float fishing as well, more than I have done. Get a bit more experienced at it. The honey bridge string where I normally fish, you know, I should be going back there again. And a few other places that I shall show you when I get there. It's good to be back out on the bank again fishing. At least I haven't blanked anyway, at least I've caught some fish. Not the target species, but it's just gone 4 o'clock now. I'm gonna just give it another 10 minutes and then I'm gonna call it a day. I just had a little bite on the float, but nothing has materialised from it. Apart from that, absolutely nothing at all in the last 2 to 3 hours. Been absolutely dead. pick a bite up from anybody. I'm just going for it now. More or less a rod length out. Yeah, the old perch has certainly been showing today though. But I think the best fish in my session was that rudd. It was a lovely fish. That was. So 3 tench have been caught, 2 with the fill over there, and 1 up by the chap just to my left on the pole. That was ages ago. I was thinking of staying here longer, but I don't think I will. I've packed the feeder rod away now, so I've just got the float rod out there. It's about 20 past 4 now. I'm just going to give it another 10 minutes till 4:30 and then that'll be my lot. So the summary of this session, 12 perch, 3 rudd and a roach, and nearly all the fish come in the morning. Before 1 o'clock anyway, but just the odd one this afternoon. 3 tench have been caught, as I said earlier, 2 by one chap and 1 by another one, but not by me. But never mind. I thoroughly enjoyed coming up here, no doubt about that. Nice little pond to fish up here. The next time you see me now I'll be on the river, so I look forward to that. I won't let on yet where it's going to be. I've got a lot of, as I say, I've got a lot of ideas. Hopefully we can have a good season. I think the chap with the pole's packing up by the sounds of it. I mean, I could stay here, you know, I could stay here into the evening, but I don't think it's worth it really. You know, I know I've got a 2-hour bike ride back from here. But it's not that, it's just I just don't think it's going to be worth it now. It's strange, isn't it, how it switches on and switches off like that. As I say, this morning I was getting a bite per cast for a couple of hours really. And once that sun really got the work, it's killed it, absolutely killed it. And of course this particular swim that I'm fishing, we're right out in the sun here, there's no shade. Show you. You've got the shade right over there. You're not allowed to fish in that wooded area down there. But that's what we've got. The chap with the pole who had a tench, he was fishing down there to my left. As say, we've got a lot of this, I don't know what it is, sort of blossomy stuff. I don't know what it is, all off the trees and that. It's all collected down this end of the pond. This morning it was all clear. Right. Right, I think I'm going to call it a day. So I've ended up then with 12 perch, 3 rudd and a roach. A nice rudd, yeah, it was a nice rudd. And all I can say is thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your own angling. And I'll see you again on the next one, which will definitely be back on the river once the river season starts. So I look forward to that. So if anything happens between now and by the time I pack up, I'm going to actually pack up now. I can't see anything else happening. Obviously if it did, I'd let you know about it. But yeah, enjoy your own angling, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.